Hello and welcome to Kent Tonight, live on KMTV. I'm Megan Shaw and here are your top stories on Thursday the 2nd of April. Where's our water? Pembury and surrounding villages see supply issues after a burst water main.
In my area, in particular, this is the third time that water has gone out in the last 2 months.
Delayed development. Sitting bond proposals for 2,500 homes deferred at planning meeting.
This proposal will all feed through mostly onto a single road junction that will have a lot of knock-on effects.
And we are the champions. Grammar school celebrations at National Vase Tournament.
That togetherness that they've showed both on and off the pitch has really paid dividends. So yeah, togetherness and pride.
But first, some breaking news. A man has been arrested after a man and a young girl died in a crash near Tonbridge. According to the police, a tipper truck collided with a horse-drawn carriage on the A228 Boyle Way near East Peckham yesterday evening. The crash left 2 of the carriage riders dead and another woman in critical condition. And our reporter Finn McDermott is with me now to talk us through the story. So Finn, first of all, can you just inform us, what do we know so far?
Well, it's as you say, Meg, there was a collision and a huge emergency response on the scene of the A228 Boyle Road, which is near East Peckham by Tunbridge. There were multiple people involved. As you mentioned there was the man who was arrested. He was driving a white tipper truck northbound on that road between the junctions of Banbridges Road and Hale Street. He then collided with a horse-drawn carriage, also known as a pony and cart. A pony and trap, I should say. That was being driven by another man and also had a woman and young girl in the other seats. After that collision, the man was pronounced dead at the scene, while the woman and young girl were taken to hospital, with the young girl later being pronounced dead at that hospital. Now, as I mentioned there, a pony and trap is a small two-wheeled carriage, typically driven by one pony. That has it leading it. Shortly after that collision, Kent Police Patrols, South East Coast Ambulance Service and Kent Fire and Rescue Service were on the scene and the road was closed, with the pony also dying at the scene. There were also 2 air ambulances spotted landing nearby. There was one helicopter arriving at around 6:44 and another at 7:13 taking off towards King's College Hospital.
Absolutely. Thank you for giving us the events there as far as we know. And of course, what have the police said?
Police are currently looking for any witnesses or anyone who might have any dash cam footage of the collision or of those 2 vehicles. They're also asking if anyone saw them, just for any more details, as they've currently opened an investigation. And as I mentioned, they have arrested that man. They also informed us the man who was driving the tipper truck that they've arrested and taken into custody was 29 years old and is from Kent.
Absolutely, Finn. And you've mentioned an investigation, so what happens next?
Well, we will only know as much as Kent Police are willing to tell us. At the minute, this is all the information we have. We don't yet have any of the details about who exactly these people are or any of the other circumstances. That will all come out during that investigation as the police continue. And as I mentioned, they are looking for witnesses, dashcam footage. That will inform then what we hear after that. So, as I say, this is all we have for now until Kent Police tell us any more.
Thank you, Finn, for that story, and we will continue following that one as it continues.
Thank you.
Now, water supply problems have returned to West Kent, with 5,000 properties in the rural area surrounding Tonbridge having water supply issues. The villages of Brenchley, Horsmedden, Pembury and Matfield have reported different levels of low pressure and intermittent supply throughout the day. South East Water have said that the issues were caused from a burst at Buell Water Treatment Works and said we don't yet have a confirmed time for when the work will be complete, but our teams are working to repair the burst as quickly as possible to restore supply. And this is what local councillor Tom Mobbs had to say.
Obviously, we had the weak water shortage in Tunbridge Wells, and then in my area, in particular, this is the third time that water has gone out in the last 2 months. We had an outage in late January, in early March, and now obviously today. What's been the feedback from residents? Well, residents are angry, and rightly so. I think the infrastructure cannot cope with the existing number of houses that we have, and water supply in other areas of West Kent is in short supply.
Now, proposals to build a 2,500 home estate just outside of Sittingbourne have been delayed due to objections from parish councillors and campaigners. The development, dubbed Foxchurch, will be built in Bobbing next to the Sheppey Way and would also include several sports facilities, and a school. But crucially, objectors feel that existing infrastructure would not be able to cope with thousands more residents and aren't happy with the deferred verdict. And I visited Swilborough Council last week.
Not your average Swilborough Council meeting when the public gallery is so packed. But this isn't your average development. Up to 2,500 homes could be built in Bobbing, just outside of Sittingbourne, and 5 town parish councils came armed with objections. Steve Tollhurst from Iwade Parish Council brought forward the potential environmental concerns such a large estate might bring, while Mike Brown, representing Eastchurch Parish Council, stressed that existing infrastructure, like roads, might not be able to cope with thousands more people using them. But ultimately, the final decision was pushed back, as more people voted against the proposals than for them. But as so many houses still need to be built to meet the government's targets, as well as to meet shortfall, I wanted to see this land for myself and see why it was so precious.
This proposal will all feed through mostly onto a single road junction that will have a lot of knock-on effects. There were also concerns about water supplies, again potential knock-on effects to Sittingbourne and Sheppey. School places, secondary school places, there's already problems with people getting places for their children in this area. This will bring additional load. There's a lot of issues.
The near 500-acre estate off Sheppey Way has been in the works since 2018, but has frequently been pushed back and amended due to unhappy councillors and campaign groups who object to their proposals. But now the development has been deferred rather than approved. Does that mean that fields like these in Bobbing behind me can live to see another day?
And the developer, Catesby Estates, declined to comment or speak to me. Now, the final decision will be pushed back to the 10th of April. But deferrals pose the risk that the government could grant permission if the council takes too long, meaning fields like these might have their days numbered. Megan Shaw in Bobbing.
Now, you might have Easter plans over the coming bank holiday, but it won't be long before family days out could be even more costly. That's because parking charges across Medway are set to rise again this spring, with the cost of longer stays increasing by 20%. The council says changes are needed to protect services, but many traders fear it could hit footfall on our already struggling high streets. And our reporter Brandon Perfect has been speaking to businesses and shoppers in Rochester to find out how the new changes could affect them.
It's criminal.
Insane. Joke.
Medway drivers are facing another rise in parking charges, with prices for stays over an hour increasing by a whopping 20%. It's part of a wider attempt from the council to balance the books, but for many it's yet another increase in costs.
From May the 1st, the price of parking in council-owned spots will be jumping from £2.40 to £2.90 for 1 hour and £3.50 if you're parked for 2 hours. The 30-minute parking tariff will be reduced from £1.90 to £1. The council argues that this will help the local economy and local traders across Medway, but some are saying that this option isn't enough.
Others fear that the increase could put customers off entirely and push shoppers towards out-of-town retail shopping where parking is free.
Well, people are always conscious of how long and how much is parking's going to take up. Yeah. I think just being an awareness that the higher it comes, the more of a choice people have to make, and they might then have to cancel a whole day here, and we are a tourist town, so to make it more appealing for people to stay for longer is always a good thing, I think.
So what do shoppers on Rochester High Street think of the changes?
Well, I don't know where people are going to get the money from all the time. This is the thing, cost of living, prices, wages aren't going up, but obviously everything else is.
It's bad because we're all paying so much to park somewhere and we don't all have the amount of money to be paying. We don't get paid enough. I just think it's ridiculous.
I'm not too happy. Just everything's going up so much in price. How will we ever meant businesses are going to go out of money because people can't afford to park anymore?
A worker at the Hound Hut told me she's worried about the rise in parking charges as she relies on parking in Rochester every day while working full time.
It's costing me over nearly £200 a month in parking, and obviously I work full time, 5 days a week. I'm here all the time, so even just as a cost of running a business and getting here is very difficult. Most people that come in here, they spend a good 3 or so hours.
With this being another increase in 2 years, this debate over parking charges isn't going away. Whether the rise ends up costing the local economy remains to be seen. For now, drivers are preparing to pay a little more, and businesses are hoping the change won't drive customers elsewhere. Brandon Perfett for KMTV in Rochester.
Now we're just about to go into our break now, but like this Sunday, we've got lots of treats coming up. We'll see Henry Luck and the winning rugby match. All that and more, and the weather, of course, after the break. Hello and welcome back to Kent Tonight, live here on KMTV. A man in his 60s will spend 2 years behind bars after attempting to rob a HSBC bank in Broadstairs with a vape disguised as a gun. CCTV footage shows 64-year-old Gary Fishlock entering the HSBC bank at Westwood Cross. You can see that on the screen, where he demanded money via a note handed to the clerk. The clerk acted quickly, alerting their colleague and activating a silent alarm before retreating to the back of the store. Gary soon left the premises and was arrested while sitting on a bench close to the bank. The former head of a top Ebbsfleet development company has been sacked from Reform UK. Simon Dudley had previously headed up Ebbsfleet Development Corporation, which built new homes between Dartford and Gravesend before joining Nigel Farage's party. But now he's been sacked from his role as housing spokesperson just 3 weeks after his appointment, after mounting anger over remarks he made about the Grenfell fire tragedy. His remarks included saying the fire was a tragedy, but that everyone dies in the end, and regulations introduced in the disaster's wake were throttling house building. Dudley has since apologised. Now, Medway Council did not reply to our requests for comment. A break-in at Folkestone Sports Centre, apologies, that was wrong, my fault, has left its pool filled with debris ahead of a planned summer opening. The sports centre, which was closed back in July of 2024, was set to reopen this summer after the Folkestone and Hythe District Council approved a £2.4 million grant to its operators. The site was found to have been targeted during a break-in, with windows smashed and considerable destruction throughout the building. In a statement, the centre's operators stated that nothing had been stolen, suggesting that the break-in was a deliberate act of vandalism. Now, a grammar school was just celebrated winning a national vase tournament at Twickenham. Maidstone Grammar School's rugby team emerged victorious after a tense penalty shootout against Dame Allen School, ending the game 22-21. The Mayor of Maidstone, invited the team to the town hall to congratulate them on their incredible success. And our community reporter Henry Luck went down to the celebrations to find out more.
It all came down to this: one last penalty shot. But Maidstone Grammar School made it happen, defeating Newcastle's Dame Allen School and winning the Continental Tyres School Under-18s Vase Tournament, the final result being 22-21. To celebrate, the Mayor of Maidstone invited the team to the town hall, allowing them to bask in their glory.
I'm absolutely delighted. This is why I invited Maidstone Grammar School's team to the town hall in an official civic reception, because if it's Team Maidstone, whatever we have to do in Maidstone that we deserve to celebrate, then we should celebrate. And I should introduce them and show them the town hall and commend them as the Mayor.
This has been in the making for Maidstone Grammar School for over 20 years, and living near Maidstone myself, I can't help but feel great pride for this local team. The team's head coach says this victory goes beyond just training and playing to win. It was all about grit, determination and team spirit, which showed when player Ian Coveney scored the winning goal.
They're an incredibly hard-working bunch of boys, and we've spoken a lot about pride and togetherness and who you represent. And these boys said at the start of the year it's about inspiring the younger generations amongst them, and they've certainly lived that. And that togetherness that they've showed both on and off the pitch has really paid dividends. So yeah, togetherness and pride.
It was an amazing moment for everyone involved. I feel like I took the responsibility well to take the kick, but at the time I didn't really want to take it. I was suffering with cramp, injured a bit, but all the boys backed me, so to have that support from the boys really helped me get through it.
With these students sending shockwaves across the borough, this achievement is looking to be talked about and commended for years to come. Henry Luck for KMTV in Maidstone.
Henry Luck there. Now, a recent renovation to one of Canterbury's cathedral's gates has been splitting opinions within the city. The Christchurch Gate at the entrance to Canterbury Cathedral has been given a £1 million restoration, which has given the 16th century gatehouse a new colourful look. This new look has brought some unfavourable comments, however, with many residents claiming it to look gaudy, as well as describing the new glass windows as Disney style. However, experts have come forward to confirm that while the look may be a bit bling, it lines up historically to how the gate once was. And early today, we went down to get public reaction.
Yeah, I think it stands out from the rest of the shops and things. I haven't been to Canterbury before, and we came to have a look at the cathedral, and just walking down the street, it's sort of the first thing that you see when you're sort of searching for the cathedral, not really knowing its location. So I think it's a good literally gateway into the cathedral because it stands out and draws your attention to it.
I've seen a few people complain about it online and stuff, and I think if you're complaining about the colours, then you probably weren't interested in the cathedral to begin with, to be honest. You're probably not people that are coming here to see it, and I think it just looks really nice.
I mean, usually when you visit these kind of old places, there are no colours left, and we all have the impression that it's only, let's say, black and white, so to say, and it wasn't.
It looks like, I don't know, some glorious atmosphere of Saint Cathedral and of all of this place atmosphere. So for me, it's okay.
But will the weather be as colourful? Let's take a look. Temperatures for night staying around 7 degrees, partly cloudy across the whole of the county. Winds heading north, and into the morning sitting at 9 degrees, light rain in parts of the county, picking up to 15 miles per hour on the wind. And tomorrow afternoon, temperatures sitting around 14 degrees, 15 is your high in Dartford, lows of 12. And your outlook for the rest of the week: 15 degrees on Saturday, 13 on Sunday, 16 on Monday. Nice and bright on Monday for that bank holiday sun. Now, from the weather to space. Artemis 2 is on course to head to the moon in the first crewed mission beyond low Earth orbit since 1972. And with everyone glued to their screens, waiting to see how the mission goes, it could be a great time to watch some iconic sci-fi films. And joining us, I've got reporter Finn McDermott, who's a bit of a self-professed sci-fi nerd. So, Finn, let's just start off first of all. I have got a bit of a quiz for you.
All right, I'm ready.
So I'm going to be showing you spaceships from famous films, and I want to see if you can guess them.
Okay, is this our first one?
This is our first one.
Okay. Well, I think this is the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek, because it sort of says Enterprise, but I could be wrong.
Maybe we should have made that a bit more tricky for you, shouldn't we, really? You've kind of read the screen.
Yes.
You were correct, though.
Okay, I want to warn you, I'm very competitive, so...
That's good, we like that.
Okay, all right.
It's a competition.
Okay, you've been
On to the
warned.
next. Well, this is not a film, but...
Yeah, this is the TARDIS from Doctor Who. I don't know which season specifically. I think I watched one episode.
Which Doctor do you think that was taken in?
I could name
Give it a punt.
I can't name you the Doctors because there's David Tennant, there's Christopher Eccleston, and those are the only ones. Oh no, Matt Smith, he was one of them, wasn't he?
I've got people saying fake fan in my ear.
Fake fan. Well, I never claim to be a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Doctor Who. That might annoy some viewers out there. I'm not the biggest fan, but...
And you were correct.
I'll take it.
Moving on to the next one, back to films. Even I know this.
Well, obviously I know the film is Star Wars, but I'm trying to remember the name. It's a TIE fighter from Star Wars, I think.
Well done.
Hey.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, my friend could do a really good impression of these. I'm not going to repeat it.
We'll have to have that after, I'm sure.
That'll be bonus. That'll be a TikTok or something we'll put up.
And that next one.
Okay. Oh, I recognise it. I want to say...
it's giving cement, isn't it?
Cement.
Cinder blocks.
Yeah, I think this is... Is this...
This is tricky.
Pacific Rim?
Ooh, try again.
Well, I don't even know. I don't know the USS Nostromo. What is this from?
Alien.
Oh,
I've not seen Alien.
I haven't seen Alien.
I think it would put me off my dinner.
A little bit. Whoa. Oh. Is this from District 9?
It is.
Is it from District 9?
It is.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Mothership. Would you going to say that, though?
I would not have guessed that.
Half a point.
I'll take it.
I've not been tallying, so you're doing well to me.
Wrong. Oh, come on. This is the Wallace and Gromit, their cheese mobile or whatever they were called when they went up.
I don't think that's made of cheese.
No, but the moon is made of cheese. Wallace goes up, he says, we meet at Wensleydale, and they go up and get them.
But do you know the Wallace and Gromit episode that this is from?
It's called like A Nice Day Out or A Long Day Out or something.
Close.
What is it called?
Try again, more British.
Lovely day out, charming, delightful day out.
A grand day out.
Grand day out. Okay.
Okay.
I've let the team down.
And this is our last one before.
I know this one. This is this is the By and Large ship from Wall-E. The Axiom. Close enough.
God, we're really quick with the keyboard. I was going to
Yeah,
try and make you guess that as well.
Oh, that is. Yeah. Okay, this is good. I'm pretty happy with how I've done.
You've done really well. I love Wall-E.
I do too. It is a very good film. Yeah.
And you've passed the spaceship test with flying colours. So
Brilliant.
tell me, Finn, what is your personal favourite spaceship?
My personal favourite spaceship. That's a tricky one. It's not something I've really considered on my days to day.
Well, consider it now.
Okay, I'm trying. I'd probably have to say, I want to say the speed bikes from Star Wars Episode 6, where they go to the Ewoks, but I don't know if that counts as a spaceship, which isn't really going to space. So I'll probably have to be basic and say Luke's X-wing.
Oh,
I'm trying to think if there's any other. Maybe
classic.
Maybe the Guardians ship from Guardians 1.
Oh,
Guardians of the
yeah, that
Galaxy.
is a good
nice
one.
Orange and blue colour palette. I quite like that one as well. But there's not like an obvious choice.
Not
for
a
me.
spaceship that jumps out per se.
No, nothing that hyperdrives. Oh, Millennium Falcon. What am I talking about? It's the Millennium Falcon. That's the best one.
And Finn, it's been great to chat
All right.
spaceships with you, but I must cut you off. And you've been watching Kent's Night live here on KMTV. There's more news across Kent. We'll see you later. Good evening and welcome to KMTV News, a roundup of the biggest headlines creating Kent's news agenda. I'm Megan Shaw and here are your top stories on Thursday the 2nd of April. Where's our water? Pembury and surrounding villages see supply issues after a burst water main. Delayed development, sitting bond proposals for 2,500 homes deferred at planning meeting. And we are the champions. Grammar School celebrates victory at National Vase Tournament. But first, some breaking news. A man has been arrested after a man and a young girl died in a crash near Tonbridge. According to the police, a tipper truck collided with a horse-drawn carriage on the A228 Boyle Way near East Peckham yesterday evening. The crash left 2 of the carriage riders dead and another woman in critical condition. And earlier this evening, our reporter Finn McDermott joined me on the sofa to talk through the story. What do we know so far?
Well, it's as you say, Meg, there was a collision and a huge emergency response on the scene of the A228 Boyle Road, which is near East Peckham by Tunbridge. There were multiple people involved. As you mentioned there was the man who was arrested. He was driving a white tipper truck northbound on that road between the junctions of Banbridges Road and Hale Street. He then collided with a horse-drawn carriage, also known as a pony and cart. Sorry, a pony and trap, I should say. That was being driven by another man and also had a woman and young girl in the other seats. After that collision, the man was pronounced dead at the scene, while the woman and young girl were taken to hospital with